Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start lecture number 6 from the history and importance of the Holy Quran. So today's lecture is about the compilation of Hadis. Got it? So basically we have studied everything from the beginning about the meaning of Hadith, then the structure of Hadith, then we studied about the types of Hadith, then we studied different division of books of Hadith. Got it? So we have gone through from each and everything. Today we are going to study about the transmission and preservation of Hadith. Got it? So this is the most important lecture because this lecture have 4 parts. So Hadiths were compiled, preserved, or transmitted from one generation to another generation in different parts. So today we are going to study the part number 1, transmission and preservation of Hadith from the life of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So basically this tenure lasted for 10 years from 1 to 10 AH. When Holy Prophet migrated from Makkah to Medina, then Muslims started to live freely without any fear, without any kind of a chaos and disorder. So at that time Holy Prophet actually gave permission to his companion to preserve Hadith by using their memory and by using their hand. Got it? So this is the part number 1, preservation and transmission of Hadith from the life of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, from year 1 to 10. Let's start studying the topic. Start. You need to write down, if this question is in the exam, you need to follow some specific pattern. I have told you earlier that there must be a start of 2 to 3 lines in order to convince the examiner, in order to tell the examiner to give him information about a coming topic. For example, Hadith being the word of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, second to the Holy Quran in the Islamic theology. So Hadith is needed for everything. Okay, what is the need of Hadith? Quran used to elaborate upon the major issues. Got it? Quran used to tell us about some important information about specific topic, but sometimes it did not give detail about many things. So it is the Hadith who used to give us the detail. It is the Hadith who used to explain everything. It is the Hadith who used to clarify our mind, that how we need to understand the specific topics which has been discussed by Allah in the Holy Quran. So in this regard, there is a reference, Surah number 16, verse number 44. You need to write down this reference in your answer. Okay, for example, pray and zakat. Quran used to command Muslims to pray zakat, to pray 5 times a day and give zakat once in a year. Okay, but the detail of these topics cannot be found in the Holy Quran. For example, how many rakat must be there in each and every prayer? This information is not in the Holy Quran. In the same way, what should be recited during the prayer? We can't find anything, any indication about this in the Holy Quran. In the same way, zakat is mentioned by Allah Almighty that zakat should be given. It is mentioned in the Holy Quran to whom zakat can be given. What is the percentage of zakat? It is not defined by Allah Almighty in the Holy Quran. Okay, what will the procedure and other things, other detail? So the information, the main issue are the main theme is mentioned in the Holy Quran, but the detail can be only be found in the in the Hadith. So this situation also can be found in question of law as well. Sometimes Allah has described something about the question of law. For example, it is a rule of the Islam, rule of the Quran. Actually, if someone commit a crime, like if someone commit a theft, so his or her hand should be cut off. From where hand should be cut off? This is not mentioned in the Holy Quran, but Hadith used to tell us that where we need to cut the hand of a thief. Got it? So like this. So basically the question of law and the activities, sometimes detail is not given in the Quran, so it is the Hadith who used to help us. So mean that explanation and clarification is needed all the time about the verses of the Holy Quran. So it is the Hadith who used to help us. Hadith explain all injunction of the Holy Quran wherever it is needed, either by the words or by the action. Got it? So help came from the Hadith. So Hadith is going to tell us that what should be how should we need to explain, how should we to act upon the words of the Allah Almighty. Okay, now because that was happening in the time of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, so that is why need of preservation and transmission of hadith from one person to another person actually came forward. That hadith should be received, memorized, or preserved, and then it should be transmitted from one person to another person, because every Sahabi from the time of the Holy Prophet, they did not used to remain in the presence of the Holy Prophet. There were a few people who used to remain in the presence of the Holy Prophet all the time. They used to memorize, they used to listen, then memorize, and then transmit those ahadith to the other people, to other companions of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So because everyone has to offer prayer all the time, everyone has to give zakat, everyone has to follow the law of Islam, so everyone need explanation. But there are few people who used to remain all the time in the presence of the Holy Prophet. So they used to preserve in their memory, and they used to transmit hadith from to other people. Got it? So the life of the Holy Prophet, peace be on him, the Holy Prophet also himself gave the permission that you need to preach what you hear me say. So this was the order of the Holy Prophet, that whatever you are listening from me, it is your duty that you need to preach my word, you need to deliver my words to other people, the people who are living around you, the people who are living in your surrounding. Got it? So there's a reference also, you need to write down the reference. So not only, another reference is also over there at the time of the farewell Hajj or other time, when Holy Prophet himself said to his people that you need to preach, that you need to tell other people whatever you are hearing over there. Got it? So these two references are very much important, you need to mention this. Okay, the second one is, he who is present here should carry this message to him who is absent. Got it? So that these words was said by the Holy Prophet at the time of the farewell pilgrimage, during the farewell Hajj. So these two references are important. Okay, now let's study some examples that who were involved in the preservation or in the transmission of hadith. Okay, so during the time of the Holy Prophet, hadith started to preserve by using two methodologies. Okay, number one, people used to memorize the hadith, and number two, people used to write down the hadith, and the permission was given by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. For example, there are the people over there who used to be in mosque at a Sufa. So Holy Prophet made a platform within the mosque where those people used to live who don't have any worldly affair, or people who don't have any specific houses, they don't have any responsibility toward their families, or the strangers, or the guests. These people, they used to live over there in the mosque. So Holy Prophet also used to live in the mosque, and his house was very close to the mosque, next to the Masjid Nabawi. So they used to remain in the presence of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. They used to listen all the time, they used to understand, they used to get help from the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. The most important from them is Hazrat Abu Huraira, who used to memorize the ahadith. Okay, so this was the first school of Islam, that was the first gathering where people used to memorize, understand the hadith, and these people, they became later on they became the teacher of hadith, preacher of hadith. Okay, and then another person is Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr, who used to write down the hadith. Got it? He was a person who used to who can read and write all the time. So he came to the Holy Prophet and asked him about his ability of memory, that I can't remember the thing. Then Holy Prophet told him that you need to take help from your right hand, mean that you need to write. So he started to write down the ahadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So when he was doing this, people came to the Holy Prophet, and they told the Holy Prophet that Abdullah bin Amr used to write everything. Sometimes you are in a happy mood, sometimes you are in different moods all the time, but he used to copy everything from you, whatever he used to hear from you. Then Holy Prophet said let him write, because I don't speak anything without my will. Whatever I speak, I used to speak by the will of Allah Almighty. Got it? So this words also has been mentioned in the Holy Quran by Allah Almighty. Wama yantiqu anil hawa in huwa illa wahyun yuha. He never speaks by his own. Whatever he used to speak with the help of the revelation. So that is Abdullah bin Amr. Then number 3, Hazrat Ali, who also used to write the orders of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. He was a person who also can read and write. We have studied about him that during the when Holy Prophet went to offer Umrah during the Bayt Rizwan. We have studied that. When Holy Prophet thought that we need to go to offer Umrah, so he was a man who wrote the agreement of Muslims and the Quraysh. Got it? So he used to write letters to the different people all the time. Holy Prophet used to dictate him, and he was a person who also have some written order of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Then come Hazrat Aisha. Hazrat Aisha was very intelligent lady who used to memorize hadith all the time. She used to preach them to the people over there, so she became a great preacher of hadith later on. Then come Hazrat Abdullah bin Umar and Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas. Both people are also very good students of the hadith, who used to memorize and who used to act upon the hadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Even it is said by Hazrat Abdullah bin Umar that he is the person who used to follow the footsteps of the Holy Prophet more than anyone. Abdullah bin Umar. And Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas, Ibn Abbas, he also become the scholar of the Holy Quran. Got it? Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas. So Abdullah bin Umar do have a book known as Sadiqa. He used to write down the hadith over there. Then Hazrat Abu Huraira, he used to memorize hadith all the time. He came to the Holy Prophet and actually he complained about his memory. Then Holy Prophet helped him to memorize the hadith. So it is said the most hadith is being memorized by Hazrat Abu Huraira. No one is more keen to memorize the hadith than Hazrat Abu Huraira. Then last but not least, Hazrat Umar, who arranged a settlement with his companion, who actually made a arrangement with his fellow that one day you need to remain in the presence of the Holy Prophet, and one day I will remain in the presence of the Holy Prophet, peace on him. You need to inform me whatever you hear from the Holy Prophet, and I will let you know whatever I will hear from the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So these are the few examples from the life of the Holy Prophet where people used to not only preserve hadith in their memory or in their book, and used to transmit hadith to the other people. So this is how hadiths were preserved and transmitted during the life of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. So my dear students, you need to memorize this topic. Inshallah it will help you. Tomorrow inshallah we are going to study next step. Until then, Allah Hafiz.